there, it's Trish again, doing my first video journal entry in a few days, mainly because I had a horrible day yesterday and really didn't feel like talking to anyone, anything. I climbed up to the Panas summit, which wasn't as high as the Coquihalla summit by any means, but there was freezing rain and sleet. And as the transports were going by, it was like they were driving through freezing clouds and kicking them up into my face. I was soaked right through completely. And by the time I got to the summit, I noticed I was starting to get sleepy and I felt warm. And because it was freezing rain and windy, I knew I shouldn't be feeling warm and that I was getting early signs of hypothermia. As I was going down the hills too, my hands were beginning to freeze, and I was having trouble gripping my headset and making my brakes function, so I couldn't really slow down. And I think I was dizzy, short of breath. I have a feeling I had like a combination of like the frostbite in my fingers, the initial stages of hypothermia, and definitely altitude sickness. I took it easy today. I made it into the Okanagan Valley. At the thank God, at the summit, a truck driver named George, I won't say who he works for because it's apparently not insurable that I be in the truck. He was nice enough at the brake check at the summit, at Panas Summit, to throw my bike and everything into the back of his truck, and he drove me down to Kelowna. I don't know, if it wasn't for him, I could have died. It was pretty scary. I know that I really need to be a lot more careful when I'm getting into the higher mountain roads about my layering and making sure that I'm taking the time to stop and put on rain gear and gloves, and not taking things for granted, because like it was sleeting. Like, it wasn't snowing, but it was sleeting up there, and it was painfully cold. The roads were bad. The visibility was awful, and it was quite frightening. It was 11 and a half hours it took me to climb to the summit of that. The grades weren't as bad as the Coquihalla. It's just, usually you make up time when you're going downhill. I couldn't make up any time because I would have to slow down just to 15 kilometers an hour because the roads were so slippery. It was absolutely disheartening. And beyond that, today I ended up getting to meet a friend from the internet who talks. We talk about cycling quite often, Mike. I had a great visit with him. It was nice meeting him and his wife and his kids. Cute as a button, just cute as a button. And it's been a lovely ride through the Okanagan Valley today. I mean, I'm only going to Vernon, which isn't really that far from Kelowna, but I keep stopping everywhere because there's these beautiful, beautiful scenery, beautiful, cute little orchard places. Like right now I'm at, what's this place called? Gatsky's Farm Market in the Okanagan Valley, and they have all this all the old farm implements and tractors on display. Old threshers and harvesters and old school, cast iron bathtubs that have flowers and all kinds of accoutrements around them. It's been a great day. And after yesterday, I mean, I wanted to quit. I almost gave up. I almost cried when I asked that trucker if I could warm up. The trucker named George, if I asked him if I could warm up in his cab, he just kind of looked at me and I looked so pitiful. I'm like, and he let me warm up, and I almost cried while he was checking his brakes, mainly because I was so desperate for warmth and knew that if I stayed on top, that I could possibly end up in severe danger. But it's been a nice day. I haven't really seen too much wildlife because it's mostly populated along these lakes and valleys. So I think the only thing I really saw is a turkey vulture, and they're native to Canada. I saw a pair of them flying along the road. But yeah, Vernon isn't too far off now. I'm thinking about going in to get a postcard for 3 of my aunts and my friend Christine. But yeah. Anyway, today's lesson is tomorrow's always a better day. So I guess the hell I went through yesterday, this is the reward for it. Absolutely beautiful countryside. And more to come. It's Red Lantern signing off.